All right, so using PearDeck can be done with any Google Slides, and you honestly can't tell that a PearDeck is part of a Google slideshow unless it is labeled. So I tend to label all of my slides that I'm going to use PearDeck with the name right in there. I know I've worked with a lady who put PD at the front for PearDeck, so she knew that each of the ones that was PearDeck, which one was which. So once you open your Google slide, just like normal, you'll see that some of the slides have the little pear guy on the bottom there. Let me move this out of the way so you can see that. So there's your little pear. And every time you see a pear, it means that there is a PearDeck question of some sort enabled. Now you can see also, if you look in the comments, what exactly kind of question it is, and if there are multiple choices, what those multiple choices are. So, for example, down here, the question is, which of the following is not part of being explored? It's right there on the slide. And then what the students will see is abilities, knowledge, personality, and skills. If you would like to change them, edit them, or anything like that, the first thing you have to do is open the PearDeck add-on. So you go to add-ons. And if you didn't already have the PearDeck add-on, you just go to get add-ons. And it's usually one of the first things to pop up in the Google Workspace or the Google Marketplace. And you just click on that and follow the steps to install and then refresh the slideshow. If you do already have it, you just go to add-ons and you'll see it says PearDeck add-on for Google Slides, and then you open it. And it'll pop up this little menu over here. This lets you edit. So you can, if you want to change maybe this from a multiple choice question, which is what it is right now, to an open-ended question, you can just select one of these. If you want to get rid of the question altogether, you can click this and it'll undo, or you can also just delete the little bar down there, because as soon as you remove the bar, everything goes away. So those are the kind of the ways you can interact with the PearDeck. Once you're ready to show the PearDeck to your kids, rather than going to the slideshow to view your show, you hit over here, you hit start lesson. And then you can launch it as an instructor paced, which means you have control of which slides the kids are on. Or you can launch it as student paced, which means the kids can scroll around. This is great for an assignment, but this particular PearDeck is like a presentation. So you're going to want to go instructor paced, but student paced is great for homework. So once you launch it, you grant them permission to your slides. They usually have you sign in again, just because this is the first time I've used it on this particular Google account. And then it'll launch your presentation. This is what you're going to put on the board for the kids to sign in with. They go to joinpd.com, and then you have this code for them to type in. Or you can click here, give students a link, and it'll copy it to the clipboard, and you can add it to the Google Meet. You can add it to the Google Classroom, or any other way that you have of like digitally accessing things for your kids. That's one way to do it. But if you have this up on the board, then you will be able to let your kids in through joinpd.com and then adding that little code. In order to work with it, once you have students in here, open the teacher dashboard, and it's going to open in a new window. Sorry, my first time using this. And you can check who has logged in by clicking class roster, and you can see all the kids who have logged in. So I kind of use this to do attendance to make sure everybody is actually logged in. And then as you go along, you're waiting for responses. And once you get a response, it'll tell you down at the bottom who has not responded yet. If you want the kids to see these responses, you can click grid layout or overlaid layout. It doesn't matter, but basically you just kind of send it over to here. But keep in mind that it is going to show their names. So if you don't necessarily want them to see the responses, let them know. or let them know, hey, I'm going to put your responses up on the board, and they will see what you see. So that's pretty much it. When you're done, you just hit the end button and it'll ask you to name the session. If you want to hang on to it for future reference, you can name it. If you don't really care, then you can just end the session without naming it. And then you'll get this option if you want the kids to have their answers. Like, let's say you were doing a lesson and you had them recording things along the way. You can share it to Google Classroom, or you can just generate takeaways and it'll send it to them via email. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please let me know.